Hey guys, so this is going to be more just a general talk video today because again I haven't uploaded in a little while and I wanted to get something out there. So for those who don't know, like 2-3 days ago maybe now it's been, the devs announced their roadmap for going to January for Dead by Daylight, and in the November section we saw that they're going to be doing just killer tweaks, so maybe nothing too drastic, but to certain killers, like I think 8 altogether it was. And two of the ones that stood out to me, because I played them a lot, is for the Mastermind and the Dark Lord, also known as Wesker and Dracula. Now, I'm not going to talk about Wesker, because one, I've already been seeing like various talk, about that, and since I kind of see myself as a Dark Lord main now more anyway, so I thought we'd talk about Dracula and just what I think could be changed, and just go into like, the possibilities and what I think is more logical than other options. So I am going to split this into like 3 sections, you could say. We're going to be going over like his power quickly and anything I think might be changed with that, add-ons, and just like, what could again potentially be changed with that. And then lastly, I'm kind of going to do just a quick section of like what I think should be changed and all that about him, because again I don't really think much should be changed. He has already honestly had a few tweaks very quickly to say he hasn't been out for that long, maybe coming up to 2 months now. But I'm going over power first. So obviously at the moment his shapeshift is on a 2.5 second cooldown, I believe, and that was changed not that long ago. I will not lie, if that got changed to 3 seconds, just a 0.5 second difference, you probably wouldn't even notice it, but I think that could maybe be a possibility, especially with how a lot of people do play him, where they will get a hit or an injure somehow and they'll use Batform to catch up, a bit like how Spirit plays, but then it's better Spirit at that point, so that's why maybe that could be a thing. I don't think Hellfire is going to be touched at all, because it's already in a very fine spot as it is. If anything, most people are just annoyed about, in a way, how inconsistent it can be. Heck, even I've had some games where it will go like down, pathing, and I'm like, whoa, that surprises me. But I like that. I personally don't want to see that change, but maybe that's my bias. Maybe it does. But that would be like a more long-going issue, I think, at that point. Now, Bat might be changed a little bit, and I think if it was to be touched, it would only be the speed, maybe slightly. I think at the moment it's like at 6.5, and they could change it just to like 6. Honestly, again, I think that'd be just fairly fine and understandable, because again, this is killer tweaks. We're not going to see anything drastic like, oh, the Bat just like can't move around and it can only teleport or something now, And then lastly, Wolf form, I think that's where it might be changed the most, because there's the most which just can be changed there. There's that many different options with the wolf stuff and what they could tweak, like to do with the numbers, that's going to be most likely if they do tweak anything to do with his power. As for what I think they could do, maybe it could be the haste, it could be changes to that, like how long you get there, maybe that just the straight up haste you get from it, because they might just be looking at that like, ooh, maybe that makes his chase slightly quicker or something. Like, I don't know, like, what data they look for. Maybe pounce changes though as well, like just the cooldown of pounce, or maybe it's linked more to the orbs and how much the orbs give in reduction to the cooldown. Just the simple stuff like that. And again, all this would be in a PTB anyway, so there's no guarantee, even if they changed half the stuff, that it would like go through, Now, as for potential add-ons, which I think they're looking at, some of these definitely are probably going to be more likely than others, but hey, again, for we know, we might be in a reality where none of these get touched somehow. But, using various ones and seeing other people play them, you do definitely see various add-ons used more than others. As for ones which I think might be just touched, again, nothing drastic, but heck, maybe some of them, they might just full-on change at some point. I have no idea. Wolf Medallion, I think this is the only one which could just do with a drastic complete rechange, because I think what it does at the moment with the Killer Instinct being longer, I think that's just useless. I'm not gonna lie, I would be perfectly fine if they turned it into a green and made it like a mini Eye More Layers instead, because then it's in the same spirit, but still, different and actually more useful. I mean, I'm sorry, they already changed, the blindness add-on, that purple one, and they changed that to one of his best add-ons now, but we'll be going to that in a sec. Maybe they'll nerf the Force of Echo, though, and Killer Dog, which these are two of his honestly most popular add-ons. The green ones, they're to do with the wolf form and that. And one of them basically gives you, I think one like increases the spawn rate of orbs, and the other one makes it so the reduction is like amplified when you pick up an orb for his pounce. So stuff to do with the pounce, and if they do go down the route of changing his pounce a little bit, like whether that's the cooldown or stuff to do with the orbs and all that, that's why I think they could do like a little bit of both, a bit like how they did with the bat teleport and the ticket add-on, something similar in that vein, where maybe one gets tweaked so the other gets tweaked a little bit as well, you know. I hope that makes sense. Maybe as well though, I think this is where I don't know if they'll do this or not, but maybe they might have something like the Sliff Feather. This is the one at the moment where it gives you up to a 25% reduction to Hellfire cooldown once you break 5 pallets. I think something simple like, oh, maybe max of only 4 tokens and only 20%. You know, something small, still a good like buff which like gets amplified over time, but just a slight tweak. But I don't know if they'll do that. I personally wouldn't like it. It's one of my preferred add-ons to use on him, but you know, we'll see. Now here's where we're getting into like territory of some of them I think will be changed here, and some of them I'd be surprised, and you know, we'll see. But first is Cube of Zoe. Now Cube of Zoe is definitely one of the fun add-ons, same with like Alucard Shield, where it's just Hellfire, Eruption, and Chaos. I like that. I like what they're going for with that. But I'm also not going to be surprised if one day they just change it to do something else. But I don't think it's going to be touched at least this time. But hey, we'll see. I don't use it much myself. So if you use it, you know, let me know if you get much value of it. Maybe I should really go running it for a bit though. I probably have a few of them. As well as the ones which I think are most likely will be Medusa's Hair and the Lapis. Medusa's Hair I think is more likely. That's the one which gives the hindered, and with recent gameplay of people been using it and all that, they have pointed out how much hindered this actually gives. I think I saw a Hens tweet how he commented that it gives more hindered than Clown, and Clown's entire thing is about hinder. So I think that going from, I believe it's 15% to 10% could happen. Again, that's already powerful using the right, you know, moment and chase quicker. And same with the Lapis, that gives the 15-second block. They could reduce that to 10 or 12 even if they're feeling kind. You know, just slight tweaks, because again, they're still powerful, especially when you use both of them, so they can't just like vault back through. But I think definitely Medusa's Hair is probably the most likely add-on to be changed. And then honestly, probably after that, probably the greens before the Lapis. But hey, we'll see. And then the Iris, I don't think they're going to be touched, but we'll get over now. Stuff I would like to see changed myself, just in my opinion. Again, if you have a different opinion though coming up, please let me know. And now just quickly what I think, or would I guess like to see change. I don't know, it's weird saying like to be changed, because I like Dracula, of course, being powerful in a way, because I main him, but also I understand for the sake of the game, people want, you know, something balanced and all that, but everyone will have different opinions. So again, you know, if you disagree, feel free to, you know, say why and all that. But I do think, looking at it logically, the purple add-ons, they get a number tweaked slightly, that's understandable. Maybe a couple of like slight tweaks to the wolf, but honestly I think I'd more prefer a slight speed nerf to the bat instead, just because again I think that makes more sense. Like, don't get me wrong, the bat is meant to be used for traversal, but they've probably saw how people are using it. And then lastly, this is more of a wishful thinking, because again I think he's already in a really good spot as it is. I kind of hope one day that the ring iridescent, the one which takes a pillar away but gives him homing, either buff that so it's slightly better homing, or just change it completely different. Because I like Alucard Shield, again, that's a fun add-on. I don't mind that it's not like crazy powerful like Blight's Iris for example, but just make the other Iri a bit more appealing, because I've rarely used it. I don't have like reason to use it or anything. But aside from that though, I don't know. If I'm being honest, I'm more nervous how it's going to be changed, and that's not even getting into the fact that Wesker's been changed as well, because Wesker and Dracula are some of my favourite colours. But again, that's probably going to do it for today. Just a quick one, guys. You know, not much like editing and all that on this end, just to you know, a discussion video, get something out there, and really we'll just see what's on the horizon and that. Like, maybe when these Dracula changes happen, I'll do like a quick react and then just look at them, maybe give my comments and thoughts then on it. And maybe we'll touch on Wesker as well, just see what happens there. But if his hug techs go, I feel like that's going to be a bit like drastic and uproar for the community. But yeah, I'm going on a tangent now. Again, look after yourself, guys. I do love and appreciate you all, anyone who watched to the end. Yeah, just give me your opinions on that, and how would you like to see him changed. I hope you've all been enjoying Dracula, and I will catch you all in the next one, so bye bye.